All right, this is yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. We obviously understand that LeBron James has a bit of a decision to make in the next couple weeks. Also, Paul George has a bit of a decision to make in the next week or two. It is free agency 2018, and y'all know how the NBA gets down in the offseason. There's going to be drama. Now, if you're a basketball fan, you're thinking, why the heck do I have this graphic up of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Paul George? There's a reason why. I don't know if you guys remember, but last summer there was a trade on the table. There was a trade on the table that would have traded Kevin Love, and he would have went to, I believe, Denver. And Denver was going to trade some picks alongside Cleveland trading some picks. And that would have brought Paul George. It was a three-way trade that would have brought Paul George to Indiana. And then Indiana would have kind of reloaded with picks. Now, that trade never happened. Indiana ended up trading they ended up trading for Victor Oladipo, trading Paul George to the OKC Thunder. And we obviously know that Kyrie Irving ended up demanding a trade out of Cleveland and going to the Boston Celtics. Now, do I know if Kyrie Irving would have still wanted out of Cleveland? I don't know that. Maybe he would have wanted out, right? But all I can do is think about, all the Cavs wanted, all Dan Gilbert and his team brought to LeBron James' team, all they asked him was, will you be willing to commit long-term to Cleveland? We need you more than 2 years. That's the only way Paul George will commit long-term to Cleveland. That's the only way we're going to make this trade. Paul George wants to commit only if LeBron commits. We only commit to this trade if Paul George commits, which means, LeBron, you got to commit. LeBron said, sorry, Cleveland, I love you, but I want to wait till after the season and exhaust my options. I'm not mad at LeBron for doing that. If you see right now, he's at his vacation home right now with his family. He likes to talk these big decisions through. He doesn't want to make the decision on the fly. He doesn't want to make it a year before he's a free agent. He wants to think about this when free agency is upon him. Now, I'm not mad at LeBron for thinking like that. He's a businessman, a mogul. I'm sure he has 35 new business opportunities on his mind that I have no earthly idea about. I'm not mad at that brother for thinking like that. But I will say this. LeBron, you're about to potentially go to the Los Angeles Lakers. As we speak, as I make this video, the San Antonio Spurs are not willing to give up on Kawhi Leonard. And if you're going to trade for Kawhi Leonard, they're going to tax the Los Angeles Lakers, right? They're going to tax the Lakers if they're able to get Kawhi. So maybe, just maybe, you end up with LeBron and Kawhi in San Antonio. Now let's speak on Paul George. As I make this video, Paul George reportedly is leaning towards staying with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's just say you do get Paul George. Yes, that's a very fantastic team if you get LeBron, Kawhi, and Paul George in Los Angeles. But what if that doesn't happen? What if the Lakers can't pull off that trade for Kawhi? What if the Thunder end up convincing Paul George, Russell Westbrook and company, convince him to stay in OKC? And what if LeBron still wants to go to Los Angeles? He doesn't want to renege and go back to Cleveland because Cleveland pretty much is stuck with what they got for the foreseeable future. You got Tristan Thompson and J.R. Smith with multiple years left on their contract. So, LeBron, you either stay in Cleveland, and you've seen what happened. You guys got swept, and Boston's reloaded next year. They're going to come back with all-stars. 2 all-stars will be in the playoffs that wasn't there this year. Philly's only getting better. Toronto, I mean, you got to think with a new coach, a new system, they'll be back. I'm just saying, LeBron, you had an opportunity to lock in on this. I get it. You have no trust in Dan Gilbert. Y'all have a terrible relationship after that letter he wrote. And I'm not blaming LeBron for not committing to Dan Gilbert. He doesn't trust him. But damn, Bron. It could have been you, Kyrie, and PG. I like that team against the Golden State Warriors. That team can do some damage in the NBA. That team, I probably would have still picked the Warriors in 7. But that's a better series than getting swept off the court by the Golden State Warriors. Man, I don't know. I'm just saying, man. If LeBron would have committed for a couple more years, that team was in front of him. He did not want to do that. And now we look at LeBron as though he might make a move and go to Los Angeles. There's no way. If they're not able to get both these free agents, right? There's no way that team is competing for a championship in Los Angeles next year. So pretty much LeBron's going to have to wait a year. I'm just saying, bro, you had an opportunity to get these guys. Well, you have already had Kyrie, but that guy, Paul George, over there to you. And you opted to just not sign long term. You got to look at some of these moves and think, was it good business moves by LeBron? I can't question that, man. He's a businessman. As an NBA fan, though, it's nothing but stuff we can think about. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaFerro.com, shawty. Yeah.